Right. You know what used to be big here was wide angle. Get the wide angle lens out now.
For the Sleepy Hollow Fire Department annual inspection for the year 2010. Just a few things I want to say before we get started. Most of you all know any volunteer fire department is absolutely nothing without the people you see in front of you. Make no mistake, anybody could be a chief just about, but you have to have the backing of the department. And I actually think I do, and I'm very proud of my department. So to my department, I want to say hats off and thank you very much. And to my wife, this is the third time. Thank you very much for putting up with my nonsense as chief. I'd also like to thank my assistant chiefs, William Ryan, who's probably hiding behind the bell, and our newest assistant chief, Patrick Haggerty. And also at this time, I'd like to thank the mayor and the board of trustees because everybody knows, every chief in every village knows they're going through financial times. And the board's been pretty good to us. First assistant chief is Billy Ryan. He's the next chief out of Long Island. And you all know what he does for a living. My newest chief is Patrick Haggerty, second assistant chief. I would like to introduce our deputy chiefs. William Hennessy could not be here today, so I'd like to thank him for his years before for being chief and always helped me out as deputy. Richard Gross, who's at just about every alarm, and every time something funky happens, the first thing I do is hit my neck stone. Richie, help me. I'd also like to thank Deputy Chief Richard Chula and Deputy Chief Jose Oito. I cannot believe he's here. I'd like to call upon Ken Wray.
First, I'd like to introduce former mayor, my predecessor, Phil Zegarelli. The members of the Board of Trustees and our village administrator, Barbara Carr, David Schrodell, Karen Wampa, Tom Capicella, and our administrator, Anthony Giacchio. Efforts are deeply appreciated by this village. You are highly trained professionals. You keep us safe. You have in the past, you are now, and you will in the future. And my predecessors have said that, I'm saying that, and my successors are going to say that. We are deeply grateful for what you do. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank a few of the departments in this village because they've all been very helpful. First, I'd like to thank the Sleepy Hollow Police, led by Chief John Korzelius. Thank you, Chief, for your men and women who have been great to us. Also, the Sleepy Hollow Ambulance Corps, I'd like to thank them. I'd also like to thank the Department of Public Works, General Foreman Richard Gross, only because he's my boss and I have to, but no. At this time, we're going to do an introduction of the ex-chiefs by Second Assistant Chief Patrick Haggerty.
All right, our senior ex-chief present is John Salanti, Richard Green, Carlos Apollo, Chief Papi Chula, and I believe that, and John Korzelius many times.
Thanks, Chiefs John Salanti and Richard Green to bring the memorial wreath and present it to the front of the bell. One more ex-chief we forgot to introduce, and Bill, you know whose fault that was, Patrick's. Ex-Chief William Hennessey Jr. And Trent. Present arms. Mechanical hook and ladder, company number 1. Rescue hose, company number 1. Union hose, company number 2. Columbia hose, company number 3. At ease. I'd like to call on ex-Chief Joe McCarthy to say a prayer for the department.
Send down your blessings on these, your servants, who generously devote themselves to helping others.
This year from each company, we took the top alarm getter. As you know, volunteer fire department takes a lot of time away from your family and friends, and sometimes your job. So for people who even come out and want to go into a burning building for free, it still astounds me to this day, 28 years later. But the first one I want to do is present it to Marco Faustino, Fire Patrol Company number 1, for most alarms answered for Fire Patrol. Marco, come forward. Let me spell your name right. Presented to Chris Scelza for Pocantico Hook and Ladder for most alarms 2009-2010. Chris, come forward. A lot of people don't know, but Chris also does our administrative work, and I can tell you right now, without Chris, the paperwork would never get done. So I know the mayor and the board are happy because the paperwork's getting done. It's like having a tutor, but for me it works out well, and I just want to say an extra thanks to Chris. Does a lot of our paperwork and keeps our records in order. There you go, Chris. Congratulations. Good job, bro. Richard Gross, Rescue Hose Company number 1, most alarms 2009-2010. And he's my boss. Presented to Trent Bronner, Union Hose Company number 2, most alarms 2009-2010.
Here, I'm taller.
And from Columbia Hose, William Hennessey Sr., I would ask that his son, Billy Hennesssey Jr., come up and get Billy's plaque for most alarms answered 2009-2010. Willie's always around when you need him. I just want to thank him a lot.
See you shorter when you take that picture.
Firefighter of the Year can mean a lot of things. Now, we know with the county and state, it's usually someone running into a burning building going above and beyond. And while I agree with that, I believe in a department level that is also true. But what is also true, and every chief here knows, you have certain individuals in your department go above and beyond. And that could be just about for anything. This year, for the year 2010, Fireman of the Year is presented to Chris Smith from Columbia Hose Company number 1. Just so you know, you'll see when you go around later our trucks, we have a new boat. That boat actually cost us almost next to nothing through a grant. And it took us months to get, but with Chris dealing with the boat company, he was actually able to expedite it. And due to a lot of Chris, that is the reason we have the boat, or a good portion of the reason we have the boat. So it's one of the many things Chris has done. Chris has also just purchased a house. We just wanted to congratulate him. We thought he did a great job. So my hat's off to Chris again. Once again, good job, buddy. The Ex-Chief Memorial Trophy. Every year we do this, it goes to the best appearing apparatus. And this year it's Marine 7. I think I just heard 10 guys from Union have a heart attack. Hold on. Let me get the envelope. Let's see. Oh, here's the envelope. Yeah, you're right. And this year's award goes to Union Hose. Congratulations, Larry. Smile for the camera. I'd like to call on ex-Chief Joe McCarthy to wrap up the ceremonies with a little prayer.
Protect us, bring us home safe to our families, and do our job.
Right now we're at the Sleepy Hollow Fire Department inspection. Our visiting guests are inspecting our apparatus and equipment. It's a tradition we've been doing for over 100 years. At the end of the ceremonies, everybody gets to walk and look through all our trucks and see our equipment and see how well maintained it is. And the taxpayers can actually get to see where their money is well spent.
I'm Fred Stenek. I'm the president of the Westchester County Chiefs Association. And it's most important that the people and the fire chiefs of the whole county need to know what every community carries on their trucks, so that if we need them for an emergency, that we know what they have.
The winners, Union Hose.
Rescue 12.